I'm interested particularly in the area of help with export and import. Can you say a bit more about what's available for that area?
If you have a specific query, you can either speak to a UKTI advisor on the phone, and they'll help you out. For instance, this morning I had somebody that was looking to want some help with shipping rates, okay, and we put him in touch with with an advisor, and they're going to provide some help. Now, if you're thinking of going into a particular overseas market, i.e. you want to get into America or Spain or whatever it is, then there are some packages. They do cost you money, but there's the export package, which is heavily funded, and they could help you to attend a trade show, etc. They could introduce you. They could do some market research for you. So, but you've got to be fairly serious before you go down that line, because it is going to cost you. But yeah.
Yeah, I was interested when you mentioned about consultant. Now, obviously, that's when you start paying Business Link, but all the help up to then is free and funded by Business Link. You mentioned getting on that list of consultancy. Is this based up made up of local businesses? And how do you sort of qualify for getting on this sort of consultant list? I guess that's an avenue for recommendation for work if you have something to offer in your expertise.
Yeah, the register is called the SMS register, and I think the best thing I can do is to actually send you the details through of how you register. But it's quite simple. Time consuming, I believe. I think it does take a little while to actually register. Registering doesn't guarantee you work. Okay? All it means is that if I need a specialist consultant in one area, I would search that register, okay, and put that name forward to the client. The main thing with it is that when you do register, you want to make sure that the words you use on it do pick up all what you do. So, it's no really, if you just put down as a web designer, well, there will be lots of those there. So if you're specific, more so, then that will be picked up. You don't pay Business Link. We don't get a penny out of it. You pay the consultant.
Is the pay fixed? So does Business Link suggest a fixed payment, or is this up to the individual consultant, what they charge? How is that sort of structured, and is there a commission involved?
Right, it's an introduction to a consultant, okay? We try to normally give 3 consultants. Now, they could be local, they could be Swindon, or they could come from Bristol or Cheltenham, okay? We do not take a commission off it. It's the consultant's rate. So if you wanted to register, you would charge your normal rate. Okay? If the client wants to use you at that rate, then that's fine. Obviously, if there aren't 3 consultants on the register that do that specific thing that you want, we will give you 1 or 2. But no, it's the fees aren't fixed. It's up to the consultant. So you would just choose, and we do say that it's an introduction. So therefore, you would, do all the usual safety checks before you employ them. To close, what I can say is that if any members of the Swindon Media Group want me to come out and visit them to look at their specific issues which they've got, I'm quite happy to do that. Okay, I'll come out and I'll visit your place of work. I usually have about 2 hours, but you can kick me out after half an hour if you don't like me. But that usually gives me time to actually know the company, and for you to talk about it and to talk about the issues which you may have, if there's any specific ones, or if you just want a general review of your business and the way to go forward. Okay? And you can...
Yes, exactly.